everybody, I hope you guys are having a good day. In this video, we're going to talk about how to find the interest rate in simple interest problems. So take a deep breath and let's make this math easy. All right, so let's say that your sister borrows $5,000 from you and agrees to pay it back with $5,600 in 5 months. And the question we're asked is, what is the simple interest rate that your sister is paying you? So if we go through and look at the information that was given to us, we can see that the initial amount, or P, is going to be $5,000. And the amount she pays back at the end is going to be $5,600, and the time is 5 months. So remember that time always has to be measured in years. So because this measurement of time was measured in months, we're going to write the time as 5/12, because 5 months is 5/12 of a year. And so that's how we would write the time. And then the question we're asked is, what is the simple interest rate, which is going to be R. So if we look at the variables we have an A, a T, a P, and an R. And so that tells me that I'm going to use this formula because that's the formula that involves all of those variables and also is one of our simple interest formulas. So to calculate this, I'm basically just going to plug my numbers in and simplify the equation that I get as a result. So A is 5,600, P is 5,000, and then I have 1 plus R, which is what I'm looking for, times 5/12. And in this equation, I'm trying to find out what R is. So to solve this, I'm first of all going to get rid of my parentheses. So if I do 5,000 times 1, that's 5,000. And then 5,000 times 5/12 R is going to be 5,000 times 5, which is 25,000. And then that's going to be divided by 12. And so the result I end up with is 2,083.33 times R. And this is equal to 5,600. So to solve for R, I'm going to subtract 5,000 from both sides. And that gives me 600 equals 2,083.33 times R. And then to finish solving this, I'm going to divide both sides by the 2,083.33. And when I do that, it looks like I end up with R equals 0.288. which tells us that the simple interest rate that your sister is paying you is 28.8% per year. That's like the annual interest rate, which is actually quite high. Like that's the interest rate that like a lot of credit cards will charge. So you're not really giving your sister a very good deal with this loan that you're giving her. But that's how you would calculate the simple interest rate. So pause this video and try this problem on your own, and then restart it to see how I solved it. Okay, so on this one, you're taking out a simple interest loan for $8,000, and you're going to pay back $11,200 at the end of 8 years. And the question is, what is the simple interest rate? So $8,000 is the initial amount, 8 years is the time, and this $11,200 is the initial amount. And the thing we're looking for is the simple interest rate. So just like in the last problem, we're going to use this formula because we know A, we know P, we know T, and we're looking for R. So to solve this, I would do 11,200 equals 8,000 times 1 plus R times 8. So I'm going to write that as 8R. And to solve this, I'll distribute to get rid of the parentheses. And that gives me 11,200 equals 8,000 plus 8,000 times 8R is going to be 64,000R. I'll subtract 8,000 from both sides, which gives me 3,200 equals 64,000R. And then I'll divide both sides by 64,000, which tells me that R equals 0.05. And so that means that my simple interest rate is 5%. So if I write it as a percentage, that's my simple annual interest rate. And if you write it as a decimal, it's 0.05. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you guys have a good day.